screen out there. Told him I was just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Stand up for mine. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to UltimateDirtTV. It is championship night here with the House of Speed, 3D Racing versus Mud Duck Racing Teams Racing tonight. Round number 6 brings us all the way to Sava, Pennsylvania, the Lernerville Speedway. Good evening, race fans. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this wonderful Monday evening. Qualifying getting set to start, and these drivers will have 3 minutes to go out and set the best 2 laps, and that will determine how these drivers start heat races number 1 and 2. Again, a big thank you to, of course, House of Speed, Majula C Speed Shop, Cruise Craft Corner, Just Blaze Designs, and Seavers Racing Media for the help and the sponsorship with the series to make all this possible. A total of $800 getting paid out to teams, drivers, and weekly payouts as well. The individual points was wrapped up last week with Ryan Underwood picking up his 4th win in just 5 weeks. Can he go 5 out of 6 tonight? He's got a lot of good drivers once again signed in to the virtual pit area here at the Lernerville Speedway. AJ Cruz sits in 2nd position. Ben Calamarsh 3rd. Those two drivers are separated by 10 points. Then you go back to 8 points, separating back to 4th place entry of Joey Lamb and Drew Hopkins, who rounds out the top 5 with 220 points. So, in fact, he's tied with Cody Sieber. So there's a lot on the line for these drivers because not only does your winner of the individual championship get $100, second place will grab 50, third place will grab 30, fourth and fifth place will each grab 20. The winner at the team's winner, the highest team with the most points at the end of this race, and again, this will be the 6th week of the series, will walk away with $230. But again, also the weekly payout that I just spoke about before as well, $25 for your winner, $10 for second, and $5 for position number 3. So essentially already coming into tonight, Ryan Underwood has walked away with $205 this series with the weekly payouts and the individual championship. What he gets from the teams, that's up to them, but he's going to walk away with at least $205 in his back pocket. It could go up to at least $230 if he wins here tonight. Again, the format, very simple, very elegant format. 16 drivers, 2 heats, 8-car heat races. Heat 1 will line up the inside row of the feature event, and heat number 2 will obviously line up the outside row. Those heat races are determined via your qualifying. That is on screen. In fact, we'll bring up the qualifying results so you can keep an eye on your favorite driver. And then, of course, the main event, I believe, will be 70 laps. It might be 75, but it'll be 70 or 70 laps. I'm pretty sure it's 70 laps, actually. It does tell me here. 1 second. If I get the right one, it's 70 laps here tonight. Of course, we did have to push this back a week due to the running of the virtual John Sites Memorial Race. So we thank the 3D Racing team and the Mud Duck Racing team for allowing us to do that. But with the qualifying done and dusted, it's time to take a look at your qualifying results. Justin Norwood, 3D Racing, and let's get Norwood and Driscoll in the 3D Racing teams. Give me 1 second. Justin Norwood. And of course, he's not going to be in that one, but we'll get Clifford Driscoll lined up. But there it is. Justin Norwood goes quick time. 14.618 back to Eric Keller and Cody Sieber make up the 3D Racing podium lockout of the qualifying standings here tonight. And again, 2 heat races on the program. Heat race number 1, we'll see the drivers line up like this. Justin Norwood from position number 1 to his outside, the 357 of Cody Sieber, position number 2. Position number 3 will be Dylan Hauser in the number 2 machine. Position number 4 for 3D Racing as well. It's the 7R of Cole Rhodes. Position number 5 is the 5th car for 3D Racing. That's CJ Phillips in the 6th car. And the 6th starting spot will be another 3D Racing driver. It's the B14 entry of Brian Wax. Then we go back to row 4. Both drivers coming from the Mud Duck Racing stable. Caleb Ramsey lines up the 13 from position number 7. And Drew Hopkins rolls off the 157 machine from position number 8. So this time by the pace truck, we'll move off the edge of the racetrack back to the pit area on the outside of the speedway. The penultimate heat race of the season, week number 6. The House of Speed 3D Racing versus Mud Duck Racing Super Late Models here at the Lernerville Speedway. It's time to drop the hammer. We are green flag here at Lernerville, and Justin Norwood getting a good launch down into turn number 1 and 2. Sieber, here he comes, working back down to, he thought he was going to go down to the bottom of the racetrack, but instead he'll keep it pinned up on the top side. Meanwhile, go back to Cole Rhodes in for 3rd, Dylan Hauser in 4th, CJ Phillips running out your top 5. And look at Caleb Ramsey, Brian Wax battling with Drew Hopkins right there. There's your battle for 6th and 7th on screen. But here comes Dylan Hauser. He's got some company with CJ Phillips. Meanwhile, Cole Rhodes trying the middle of the racetrack down into turn number 1 and 2. 12 laps the heat races. Again, no consolation races after the 12 laps. We'll see a 5-minute warm-up session followed by our 70-lap A main event. Justin Norwood continues to lead the way here in heat race number 1. Cody Sieber in 2nd position. Cole Rhodes in 3rd. Dylan Hauser 4th. CJ Phillips rounding out your top 5. And then you go back to Ramsey, Hopkins and Brian Wax. Your 8 cars for the opening heat race of tonight. The wonderful sunset here at the Lernerville Speedway. It's all Justin Norwood out in front at the moment in that number 4 machine. He's had some good car speed since he was asked to sub in to the team, for the 3D Racing team. And he's really put every foot forward. He's just run out of luck in some of the races. Cody Sieber, the 357 machine, the Siebers Racing media entry. In 2nd position, couple of car lengths, make that a car length back to Cole Rhodes in that 7R machine. Then now here comes Dylan Hauser. Dylan Hauser going to throw it down deep into turn 1 and 2. I thought he might have been going for the daily double, but no. Pulls that car up, and now there goes CJ Phillips to the outside right now on Dylan Hauser. Hauser back to the inside, slides up, not going to make it clear. And moves CJ Phillips to position number 4. And Phillips now coming after Cole Rhodes. Rhodes just drifts up the racetrack there on the exit of turn number 4. That opens up the door for Phillips to work back to the inside. Slide job attempt coming, not going to complete it. Cole Rhodes working back to the outside. 3 laps left to run here in the opening heat race of the penultimate heat race of the series. Thanks to House of Speed and 3D Racing along with Mud Duck Racing. Who's going to take out heat race number 1? More than likely it's going to be Justin Norwood. And these drivers trying to take out the Just Blaze Designs heat race. And it's going to be Norwood leading down the back straightaway. Into corner number 3. Down to the low side. Slides it up to the top out of turn number 4. And Justin Norwood will win heat number 1. Cody Sieber in 2nd. 3rd will go to Cole Rhodes. CJ Phillips 4th. Dylan Hauser rounds out your top 5. Then you go back to Drew Hopkins, Caleb Ramsey and Brian Wax to make up your 8 cars in heat race number 1. There's heat race number 2. Now if I can just get the... There we go, the Clifford Driscoll entry. There it is. Heat number 1. Results done and dusted on screen. Norwood, Sieber, Rhodes go 1, 2 and 3. Phillips, Hauser, Hopkins, Ramsey and Wax going to make up the 8 cars. Heat number 2, we'll see these drivers line up this way. For 3D Racing, it's Eric Keller in the 1 from position number 1. Joey Lamb with a whole list of Mud Duck Racing cars in this one. 6 of them to be exact. He'll start out of position number 2, driving car number 81. Clifford Driscoll, the 63 for 3D Racing, will start position number 3. AJ Cruz lines up the 57 from position number 4. Ben Countermarch rolls up the 12 machine from position number 5. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's in the 5 car, but Michael Spengler in car number 30 for Mud Duck Racing will start position number 6. And your 4th and final row for Mud Duck Racing, it's the 19 position number 7. Shane Kelly will start alongside the 46 of Ryan Underwood out of position number 8. So the final heat race of what has been a wonderful 6-week series. Of course, we opened up at the Volusia Speedway Park, which was 50 laps, and then we followed up with a Lima Motorsports Park 75 lap, and then we went to the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. We had a couple of weeks off. We came back to Cedar Lake, which was 50 laps. Last week, we were at Williams Grove, and then tonight, of course, at the Lernerville Speedway for 70 laps. It's setting everything up to be an absolute bell ringer. Heat number 2, this will line up the outside row of your starting grid, but we've got 12 on the board to determine who will start where. Keller and Driscoll. Driscoll now going to have some company to the inside. There goes Joey Lamb. Lamb through the middle of the speedway. Lots of 2x2 action there in the opening lap. Meanwhile, look at Ryan Underwood in the 46 machine. Work on the bottom side. He started position number 8. He's already up to position number 5. But look at now Clifford Driscoll. Going to slide up in front of Cruz. Cruz turns it back underneath him in some good racing. And as we've seen all season long, AJ Cruz moves the 57 machine back to position number 3. Who will take out Just Blaze Designs heat race number 2. And the final heat of the series. 3 down, 9 to run. Cruz coming after Lamb into 1. Lamb to the middle, drifts it up to the top of the racetrack. They've got to be careful. There's no concrete wall in the turns. The only time there's the wall is on the front straightaway, right where they are now. And that can be very difficult if you don't get your car set up to have that corner exit speed. Meanwhile, look at Clifford Driscoll put the moves back to Ryan Underwood. Underwood working back to the outside. This is your battle for positions number 4 and 5. Underwood going upstairs and putting the right rear on the cushion. Drives around the outside of the 63 entry of Clifford Driscoll. Now Lamb slides up in front of Cruz. Cruz drives it back down the middle of the raceway. Cruz back to position number 2 on the entry into turn number 3. Slide job complete. Lamb, can he make something happen back into turn number 1 and 2? Yeah, it's almost like a tennis match going at it right now. You throw one slider. Oh, I swear Oprah Winfrey's here right now. You get a slider. You get a slider. Everybody gets a slider. Even Clifford Driscoll, Ryan Underwood, Ben Countermarsh, they're going at it for positions 4, 5 and 6. But again, we stay focused on this battle for the minor placings right now. AJ Cruz in the 57 machine. In second position, and right now, the 81 of Joey Lamb in third. Now going to have a very fast Clifford Driscoll. Driscoll just got a little tight there on the entry into turn of 1. He done very well to pull that car up. Otherwise, it was almost certain that he was going off the edge of the racetrack. Keller starting to feel a little bit of heat right now with 2.5 to go as we work down the back straightaway. Cruz looking for this race win, looking to cap off what has been a great season for him so far in the 57 machine with a Just Blaze Designs heat race victory. But Eric Keller just rolling that number 1 machine through the middle of the racetrack, and you see the 57 closing inch by inch. You are looking at 3/10 of a second. Now it's going to close up right now. Driscoll throwing a move there on Joey Lamb. The white flag is out. 1 to go for your race leader. Down to the bottom goes Cruz. Keller works it back to the top into turn number 3. Cruz, I thought he might have gone for the slide job, but no, not going to do anything silly about that one. He's going to finish second, and he's going to put himself in a good starting position in tonight's main event. But your final Just Blaze Designs heat race is done. And again, we have the 5-minute warm-up session coming up. So what we'll do, rather than take a break, we are going to show you the heat race result. And then we'll go through let you know what's happening what's happened throughout the course of the season. So there is your heat race number 2 results for Just Blaze Designs. Keller, Cruz, Lamb. Go 1, 2, 3. Driscoll, Underwood, Countermarsh, Spengler, and Kelly. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to mute up for a minute. Okay, sorry about that. I've just got a couple of teammates in the World Championship that is requiring a spot, so I told them I've got some other things to take care of first, and then of course we'll worry about that later on. But again, just to go through what we've seen in week number 1. which happened to be at the Volusia Speedway Park. It was Ryan Underwood who got the job done over Dylan Hauser, and Cody Sieber came home with a podium position in 3rd place. Then the following week we went to the Lernerville Motorsports Park for 75 laps around there, and it was again Ryan Underwood to go back-to-back on victories. Dylan Hauser again finished up with the bridesmaid position, coming home in 2nd place for the 2nd week in a row, but this time it was AJ Cruz who rounded out the podium after the 75 laps, and then followed up by the Knoxville Raceway, where our 2nd feature winner was crowned. It happened to be Dylan Hauser, who had ran runner-up in the first 2 weeks. He managed to get the win in week number 3. AJ Cruz backing up that 3rd place with the 2nd place in week number 3, and Ryan Underwood rounded out your top 3 on the podium. It was then we took a couple of weeks off. We came back to the Cedar Lake Speedway 50 laps, where, oh, you guessed right, Ryan Underwood went back and visited Victory Lane. It was only this time it was Ben Cowdermarsh and Clifford Driscoll to come home with the minor places. I'm pretty sure that was the week where Dylan Hauser was unable to attend that one, and he from what I was told and my understanding was, he really wanted Ryan Underwood to continue on running the series, because these 2 drivers are some of the best drivers we have on the service in the super late model side of things. And then of course last week, Williams Grove Speedway, 50 laps, a long technical racetrack in the super late models. These drivers were very, very patient. This time again, for his 4th win in 5 weeks, Ryan Underwood got the job done. However, this time Justin Norwood showed his hand late in that race, in those closing 8 to 10 laps. He really came on strong, but unfortunately he got his first podium of the season. And of course Cole Rhodes, he was quick in that 7R machine, finished up a podium at Williams Grove Speedway. So in the 5 weeks we have had 8 drivers complete the podium. Ryan Underwood 4 wins, Dylan Hauser 1 win, Dylan Hauser 2 seconds, AJ Cruz, Ben Cowdermarsh, Justin Norwood 1 second, and 3rd place, we have seen a different 3rd place every week. Cody Sieber, AJ Cruz, Ryan Underwood, Clifford Driscoll, and Cole Rhodes. We know Ryan Underwood has picked up $100 extra, courtesy of winning the individual championship. Again, that individual championship paying out $220. The team payout is $230, and of course the weekly payout, each winner gets $25. If you run 2nd, you'll grab $10, and then of course 3rd place will grab $5, and plus so I believe there's some other stuff, and they're paying close to over $800 in over just 6 weeks of racing. So not a bad way to spend a month and a half on sim racing if you can get some extra money. And well, that being said, we've rambled on long enough. It is time now for your final feature race of the event. Who will take out the Siemens Racing Media A main event? Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid from back to front. Position number 16 for Mud Duck Racing. It's the 19 of Shane Kelly. To the inside, position number 15 for 3D Racing, Brian Wax. Position number 14, it's the 30 of Michael Spengler for Mud Duck Racing. To the inside, his teammate driving the 13 machine from position number 13 for Mud Duck Racing, it's Caleb Ramsey. Rolling off out of position number 12 for Mud Duck Racing, it's the 12 out of position 12, Ben Cowdermarsh. To the inside, the 157 for Mud Duck Racing entry, it's Drew Hopkins. We now move to your top 10, position number 10. And what a row 5 this is. To the outside, your individual championship winner, driving the 46 for Mud Duck Racing. Position number 10, Ryan Underwood. To the inside for 3D Racing, driving car number 2. Position number 9, Dylan Hauser. Position number 8 for 3D Racing, driving car number 63. It's Clifford Driscoll. Position number 7, driving the 3D Racing number 6 machine, it's C.J. Phillips. Position number 6, driving car number 81 for Mud Duck Racing, it's Joey Lamb. To the inside, driving car number 7R for 3D Racing. Position number 5, Cole Rhodes. Your second row outside, driving the 57 for Mud Duck Racing. Position number 4, AJ Cruz. To the inside, driving the 3D Racing. Seba's Racing Media, 357 entry, position number 3, Cody Seba. And your front row for tonight's main event and championship finale. On the outside of the front row, car number 1 for 3D Racing, position number 2, Eric Keller. And looking for his first main event victory, he picked up a podium last week at the Williams Grove Speedway, driving car number 4 for 3D Racing, starting position number 1, Justin Norwood. It's time to let these boys loose. 70 laps here at the Lernerville Speedway. Who will take out the 6th round of the series? We are green here at Lernerville. And it's Eric Keller and Justin Norwood. Justin Norwood getting the advantage. Cody Seba looking to the inside on Eric Keller through 1 and 2. We head off into turn number 3 and 4. Lap number 1 is in the book. 69 to go. Justin Norwood, Eric Keller, Cody Seba, 1, 2 and 3. Then you go back to Cole Rhodes. Now on the inside, here goes that 7R machine looking for 3rd place, and he will grab 3rd place at the start-finish line. We go back and take a look. Cruz, Lamb, Underwood right there. CJ Phillips all over the back of Cody Seba through turn number 1 and 2. Hopkins and Hauser, they were side by side through 1 and 2. They'll go side by side again. Hauser on the top, Hopkins on the bottom side. Just in front of them, Ryan Underwood working down to the inside. He's finding all of the moisture down low. Joey Lamb, look out. Dylan Hauser, he looks very, very quick right now. He's lightning quick at the moment. Oh, they won't go off the racetrack. You can't park there, Joey Lamb. We are yellow. We are yellow here for your first time. And listen, Joey Lamb, you know what's coming. Take a look at your UltimateDirtTV instant replay. Goes off the racetrack, upside down. As per the power plant's presentation, there's 2 things here. 1, you can't park there, and 2, the wall doesn't move. So Joey Lamb, take note, brother. Take note. We'll see on the restart how these drivers will attack the Lernerville Speedway. Again, top and a bottom groove. Keeping a keen eye on the drivers working that inside line. Scotty Dobbs, thank you, brother, for the 490 stars. I appreciate it, mate. As we get set for the restart, Justin Norwood, Eric Keller. Your front row, Scotty Dobbs picking Justin Norwood for the win. It's not a bad pick, I must say. Here we go, green flag is out. We are racing once again. 5 down and 65 to go. Look at them, 2 and 3 wide right now. Seba, Rhodes. Rhodes on the inside of Keller, sorry. Seba and Phillips battling with Cruz. Hauser there as well. Underwood just slipping back just a little bit, but Dylan Hauser, he's got that 2 machine working the cushion through turn number 1 and 2. Cody Seba in that 357. Look out, CJ Phillips getting a little tight. Dylan Hauser nearly off the racetrack. He done very well to save it. They all check up. Look at them, 2 and 3 wide. Do we go 4 wide? Not quite. We still go 2 and 3 wide. Now 2 by 2. Down the back straight away. Cruz in the 57. Stuck down on the inside. Meanwhile, look at this. Great racing in the mid-pack right now, but great racing for the minor placings. And also, I thought Eric Keller was a lot closer than what to Justin Norwood than I expected. But right now, Phillips, Cruz, Underwood, almost 3 wide. They're 2 wide. Will we go 3 wide down the back straight away? No, we will not. We will see Ryan Underwood put that 46th machine through the middle of the racetrack. We are 10 down and 60 to go here at the Lernerville Speedway. This is what you wanted to see. You wanted to see Dylan Hauser and Ryan Underwood both coming through the field right now. Rhodes still holding on to the final spot on the podium. Everybody just starting to sort themselves out, spread themselves out, get in a bit of rhythm, find a groove, and then try and make your move. Justin Norwood looks really comfortable out in front at the moment. He has got almost a 1 second lead right now over your second place driver, the one machine of Eric Keller. And you go back to Cole Rhodes, Cody Sieber, Dylan Hauser going to round out your top 5. You go back to Ryan Underwood, AJ Cruz, CJ Phillips, Drew Hopkins, and Caleb Ramsey, your top 10. Callum Marsh in the 5 machine just sitting outside that top 10. And right now, in the early parts of this A main event, again, people just finding a rhythm right now. Here goes the closest battle on the racetrack right now. Cody Sieber, Cole Rhodes. Sieber down to the bottom, slides it to the middle of the racetrack. This again, he's still got that 357 machine working right through the grip right now. Sieber not going to have it just yet. He was working the inside, but as these two drivers, Cole Rhodes, Cody Sieber, as they continue to battle it out, here comes Dylan Hauser. Rhodes took the cushion away from him. Now Hauser's got to figure out and try to pinpoint where he can and can't make his move. And I'll tell you what, he goes right around the outside. Now looks down to the inside. Slide job coming from Dylan Hauser. Makes it stick. And I tell you what, he drives it deep, but he still pulls that car up on the racetrack rather than drive it off the racetrack. Almost like what Ryan Underwood I thought was going to do there. This is your drivers in 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, you can just see in front of them, second place, the one machine of Eric Keller. But Justin Norwood continuing to lead the way out in front at the moment. Almost a 2-second lead. Underwood back down to the bottom, and we are yellow. That was not a bad run for these drivers as we take a look. UltimateDirtTV instant replay. Clifford Driscoll. In fact, it was AJ Cruz who Cruz go off the racetrack. Trying to find where the yellow came from. That's where Clifford Driscoll had some dramas. Show me why. So, second caution of the evening. So, just trying to fix up a few things. Old JB cheering on the old Big Daddy Cole Rose for the win. Here we go. 21 down. 49 to go. Keep an eye on that 2 machine, but don't worry about the 2. Worry about the 1 machine of Eric Keller. He slides into the cushion, gets a little tight. He will lead lap number 22. So Justin Norwood now got to try and get back on the offense. And now here comes Dylan Hauser and Eric Keller. He just got slid 2 for the price of 1. Here goes Hauser for the race lead. Oh my, Ryan Underwood nearly got into the back there of Eric Keller. As I was sort of watching that one, I was trying to keep an eye on this 3-car battle for the race lead. We're 3 wide. Keller, Hauser, little contact, left rear quarter panel to right front quarter. Dylan Hauser will lead lap number 24. Now Justin Norwood looking for the offense. Hauser, will he go defense or will he just go all out attack right now? Sieber looking down low, down into turn number 3 and 4. Through the middle he goes. Underwood back to the outside. Underwood back to position number 4. Sieber back to position 5. And again, that's the way they'll go through 1 and 2. Now Eric Keller. Justin Norwood. After Justin Norwood leading by a couple of seconds, he's now finding himself in 3rd position and may just find himself sitting outside that podium if Ryan Underwood in that 46 machine can get by him. Here goes Norwood down to the inside into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job attempt once more time. Here comes Keller. Underwood, just see the car, just check up. He pulled it up. He had to get right out of the gas. Norwood upside down and off the racetrack. Justin, mate, you can't park there. We've seen that one happen live. And unfortunately, and it's just the way the cookie crumbles. So, Pace Truck will go around a couple of more times. Again, a big thank you to all the sponsors with the 3D Racing and Mud Duck Racing team. You can see down on the bottom of the screen. Again, all those wonderful supporters that help make all this possible. Of course, big thanks to, of course, House of Speed and Jeweler C Speed Shop, Cruise Craft Corner, Just Blaze Designs, and Sieber's Racing Media with the support on the series. Just keeping an eye on the World Championships that are happening right now for the Sprint cars, or the Sprintcars. In heat number 3 as we complete lap number 20. I wonder if we're going to go back to lap number 27. No, in fact, we'll complete lap number 28. Oh, Keller trying to jump on that restart. Hauser back to the top he goes. Underwood working the inside. Keep an eye on that 357 of Cody Sieber. He's right there sniffing at the door. 3 wide for the race lead. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Who's going to have it? Dylan Hauser, Ryan Underwood, Eric Keller. That's the way they come across the start-finish line. And have a look at this battle. Right now, though, 3 and 4 wide. 1 car going around. Michael Spengler in car number 30. Michael Spengler in car 30. Let's try and get a look here. Where is it? There it is. So the reason for the 3rd caution flag is keep an eye on that red and white number 30 machine. There was a little contact there with Sieber, and then the 13 machine of Caleb Ramsey just gets into the back of him. Ben Countermask goes off the racetrack as well. Spengler back to the pits. Justin Norwood on the racetrack. In fact, Spengler coming back out onto the racing surface. So we'll see what happens. We've still got 40 to run, so not quite at the half race distance of this A main event. Get a big week coming up, in a big couple of weeks in fact. Tomorrow night, the prelude to the Gobbler, thanks to Team Victory Lane Racing. We'll have all that action from about 8 PM Eastern. And then the following week, we will have the Gobbler itself. We'll also have next week as well the World of Thunder Esports League Championship nights for both Sprintcars 360s and the super late models. There we go, back to green, 30 down, 40 remaining. It's Dylan Hauser going back to the cushion, getting a little tight there. That'll open up the door for Ryan Underwood. Can he slide up? Yes, he can. Ryan Underwood to the top. Dylan Hauser back to the inside. This is what you saved your lunch money for, ladies and gentlemen. Hauser on the cushion, Underwood back to the inside. I think Dylan Hauser had it by a front bumper. There was very little in between the pair. Look at Eric Keller work in the middle of the racetrack, but here comes Dylan Hauser, and we are yellow. And Hauser going to get lucky on that one because he had the lead at the start-finish line. He will go back to the race lead. Again, just trying to keep an eye, just for my own sake, at the World Championships. Just a couple of drivers. It's nice to see Kendall Tucker getting a drive in a late model this past weekend. I seen on the old Facebookaroo, or social media page. So our fifth caution of the evening, and look at the biggest movers through the field. You see your top two right now, Dylan Hauser, Ryan Underwood. They started 9th and 10th, so they are both at a +8 at the moment. Here we go, ready to go back to green flag. Hauser and Underwood. Ready to go racing one more time here at Lernerville. And this time, Hauser not going to make the same mistake than what he did last time. So now Ryan Underwood, he's got to try and find a way around the number 2 machine. Look at this battle for 3, 4, 5, and 6. Everybody starts to check out one car into the wall. That's Cody Sieber. And again, they go 2 and 3 wide. Everybody trying to keep it off of each other. And they continue to keep this race under the green flag conditions. CJ Phillips now trying to work his way into position number 5. Trying to get by that 7R machine of Cole Rhodes. Behind the 6 of Phillips is Driscoll in the 63, Lamb in the 81. Remember, Lamb went upside down earlier on tonight, and he's had to find his way on the back of the virtual tow back out on the virtual Lernerville Speedway. He's back up inside that top 10, so not a bad drive for Joey Lamb. But we watch Rhodes and Phillips. Oh, a bit of heartburn. Phillips on the outside in the red and white number 6 machine. Cole Rhodes in that 7R in the black, white, and green entry. Look at that black and purple 63 of Clifford Driscoll. I don't think anybody's got any idea about any cheats, mate. It's what we call throttle control, brother. Lamb back down to the bottom side. on Cole Rhodes. So Cole Rhodes has just fallen back a couple of positions. That's, of course, allowed Driscoll and Phillips to move into positions number 5 and 6. How about Drew Hopkins? +7 at the moment. He kind of shocked everyone in the World Championships for the late models. The last time they had their World Championships by picking up the opening round of the season and really made a name for himself by doing it on the biggest stage of them all. 41 down, 29 remaining. Hopkins and Phillips on screen at the moment. Phillips, here he comes in the 6 machine. He's had some very, very good car speed this season. He's just had not a whole lot of luck or a number of opportunities present itself. Underwood still trying to catch up to Dylan Hauser. He finds himself about 1.1, 1.2 seconds away from your race leader. Again, we focus on this battle for positions number 4 and 5. You see your top 3 really spread themselves out apart. Driscoll closing in on a top 5 position here. And again, Driscoll having to do it from the mid-pack. Phillips gets the cushion on the down the front straight on the entry into turn number 1. Here comes Hopkins. Hopkins and Driscoll now. Don't mind Joey Lamb. Lamb slowly working his way as Ryan Underwood goes off the racetrack. He goes upside down. And Ryan Underwood, I think, went for a bit of a spectacular ride. Jumps a cushion. 3rd time we're seeing someone do that tonight. And Ryan, 2 things, mate. As per the Power Plat's presentation, 1, that wall does not move. Actually, I'm going to give you 3 things. 2, on track equals fast. And 3, you can't park there. So we are back racing next time by as we are sitting on 2 to green. Dylan Hauser looking to keep it with just 2 feature winners this season, and we'll be looking for his 2nd one. So wait for Brian Wax going to get a lap back. I think we're just trying to get the call right race control, just making sure that everybody is where they need to be. Looks like the lights, as you can see on the pace truck, are out, which means, ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 to green. Don't forget, iRacing got a Black Friday sale as well. 50% off new signups, 25% off renewals. In fact, I just did the 2-year renewal. I want to say it was about 150 US, and which turns out to be like nearly $230 AUD. So, anyhow, we've got iRacing for another couple of years. Green flag is back out. We've completed lap number 46. We'll start the venture on lap number 47. Hauser got some mechanical issues, but he gets those figured out. Keller running in 2nd. Then you go back to Hopkins and Phillips side by side. Hopkins on the bottom. Phillips through the middle of the speedway. Sure what Dylan Hauser was doing there. Maybe just trying to get familiar with the inside tyre. But Hauser, I'm going to throw this one out there as well, buddy. Those tyres, they don't actually move, brother. You know what, regardless of what people think of iRacing and dirt and what they've done, you know what, to be honest, mate, I'm just happy showcasing the world of esports and being able to broadcast and commentate and doing what I love to do. So, you know what, it is what it is, Ike. It is what it is. So looking at a couple of late model superstars right on the Sprintcars series. Evan C just picked up the B main for anybody that might be paying or might want to know. And Dylan Yeager came home in second. Yeah, we come back to green, this time by Dylan Hauser once again in the 2, Eric Keller in the 1. 48 down, 22 remaining here in the Sievers Racing Media A main event for the House of Speed 3D Racing versus Mud Duck Racing Teams event season finale and championship night here at the Lernerville Speedway. And Eric Keller, will he pull the slide job off? Yes, he does. Hauser pulls it up. Hopkins and CJ Phillips have now got a 4-car battle going on for the race lead. Hauser with a slide job back on Eric Keller. Hopkins working the bottom of the racetrack, but here comes the 1. 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4. CJ Phillips nowhere to go, but watch this 3 wide battle unfold in front of him. 3 wide once again into turn number 1 and 2. Hauser on the top, Keller through the middle. Hopkins at 157 down to the low side. Again, they run top, bottom, and middle through turn number 3 and 4. Eric Keller now biting the bullet, starting to drift up just a little bit there on the racetrack in turn number 1 and 2. Now here comes the 6 of CJ Phillips. Now it's his turn to try and make this a 3 wide battle. Grabbing the cushion was the 1 of Eric Keller, unsettled the race car just a little bit, but again, Drew Hopkins at 157. He sits in second position, and as he does, he moves up as a +9 from 11th up to position number 2. And right now, he would be tonight's hard charger if he managed to finish second to Dylan Hauser, because Dylan Hauser has worked his way +8. But I tell you what, Drew Hopkins, you've got some company. You've got your work cut out for you. 16 remaining. Almost 3 wide down the front straightaway. Hopkins and Keller are top on the top and the bottom. And going through the middle this time is CJ Phillips. But as they do, we go yellow again. And how about that for the last 6 or 7 laps? If you didn't like that one, I don't know what you're going to like, because that was pretty spectacular between Dylan Hauser, Eric Keller, CJ Phillips, and Drew Hopkins. I can't tell you how many times we went 3 wide action, only to be denied by the yellow flag. So once again, the field will double up into rows of 2 by 2. Hauser again, he's looked like he's still got those issues in that number 2 machine. Really hope that he can get that figured out, because you would hate to be leading this race and for only things to go bad in the closing stages of this A main event. So, lights stay out and looks like we are set for the restart. Here we go, going back to green. It's Hauser to lead us back underway, the final 15 laps of tonight's A main event. Look at them already, immediately going 2 and 3 wide through the opening couple of turns. Here comes Keller back at Hauser one more time, and Drew Hopkins showing the inside of the racetrack another time. Oh my, it is starting to get dicey up the front of the field right now. 3 wide for the minor placings. Keller, Phillips and Hopkins. Almost 4 wide down into turn number 3 and 4 for the race lead, if you do not mind. Hopkins doing what Drew Hopkins likes to do, and that is just circulating on the bottom side of the racetrack. But Hauser gets clear of CJ Phillips by 2 car lengths down into turn number 3 and 4. Phillips again still working the cushion. Now we'll go to the middle of the racetrack, slide up a little bit. Leave that top line open, doesn't want to get close to the cushion. Keller back to the outside. On Drew Hopkins down into turn number 3, and look how close this field is right now. After the restart, about 3 laps to go. We are working with 10 laps remaining. Next time by, and look at Ryan Underwood has made his way back to position number 5. He is a man on a mission, 10 to go. It would be phenomenal if he was to walk away with a podium, because he was all but gone and out, and it was almost like he had submitted or tapped out after rolling over. But I tell you what, he's not given up. Slide job there, parking it right on the snoot of the one machine of Eric Keller. Now Keller, will he try and return the favour? Yeah, he does, but Underwood sees it coming. Underwood hits the brakes, turns it back underneath him. Now going to get clear down into turn number 3 and 4. Hopkins on the inside, the 157. Keller, Underwood, they'll bang door panels down into turn number 1. Dylan Hauser, a great drive in that number 2 machine. CJ Phillips, an equally better drive, but Hauser just a little bit too strong with 7 laps remaining. It is 8.5 tenths of a second over CJ Phillips and Drew Hopkins in third. But for how long? Because here comes the 46. Has yet to finish outside of a podium. He's had 4 wins and 1 third place. He got off the racetrack over the cushion, but he somehow manages to save it. Keller, have a look at the 81 of Joey Lamb after going and being involved in the first caution, just like Ryan Underwood. He drove off the racetrack, went upside down, he called the virtual tow, and he's had to come back through this field. And right now, Underwood, oh boy, getting that right rear very close off the racing surface. 4 laps remaining. Keller still holding on to position number 4. Eric Keller, he's really been in the wars this evening in this main event, but have a look at this. It's down to 5 tenths of a second. CJ Phillips coming after your race leader. 3 circuits to go. Can Phillips catch up to him? And we are yellow. And that is going to eliminate that half a second lead. And Dylan Hauser, he's got to be thinking, come on, we've just got to get this one in. We are set for a grandstand finish here at the Lernerville Speedway. It will be a green-white checker. This should be phenomenal, this finish. We've seen some great racing throughout the course of the season, including tonight's racing here at the Lernerville Speedway. Underwood, on track equals fast, mate. On track equals fast. And it looks like he's going to the back for that one. Now, whether that was contact with Eric Keller. Right, Underwood has gone back to the pit. Eric Keller, as you can see on the timing tower on the left-hand side of his screen. He's in pit road or in pit lane. Here we go, green flag action. 2 laps left to run. Dylan Hauser, CJ Phillips. We're back to green. Hauser to the cushion. Phillips through the middle of the racetrack. 1.5 to go for the penultimate lap here in the 3D Racing versus Mud Duck Racing Teams Racing. The white flag is out. One final time. Dylan Hauser down into turn number 1, 2. He keeps the car off the cushion. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the twin checkers flag. It will be Dylan Hauser getting the win. Second will go to CJ Phillips. Third at the line is going to be Joey Lamb. What a drive by Joey Lamb to come back through the field. And a great finish. And Dylan Hauser goes to victory lane. And you can see the two parking it on the front straightaway, along with Lamb and Phillips. But that will wrap up this season. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen to find out exactly who goes where. Hauser, Phillips and Lamb go 1, 2 and 3. Hopkins and Norwood round out your top 5. Sieber, Cruz, Spengler, Kalamash and Driscoll your top 10. Followed by Rhodes, Kelly, Ramsey, Wax, Underwood, and Keller. We'll chat to your top 3 here in just a few moments' time. We're going to wait for these drivers to get out of the virtual cockpits of the race car. Once they do, we will in fact get ready to talk to your winner here tonight. And your winner in car number 2 for the second time this season, it's Dylan Hauser. Dylan, congratulations on this victory. Well, mate, the second time you've gone to victory lane, and I got to say that was pretty dominant once you got out in front.
Yeah, haven't been the best performance in this series, but we ran second at Volusia, second at Lima Lane, and 2 wins, and we missed a week, so not bad. I feel like we could have won Volusia, we could have won Lima Lane if stuff went our way, but we'll take it. Been a great series, a lot of fun. The competition was good. I was pretty good tonight. Came from 10th on that restart to the lead, so that was nice. Just drive by people. Car was really good. Got to thank the 3D guys for don't be a setup, and we got it done.
But as you said, you missed the week, and it's almost got to be a case of what could have happened in regards to the individual championship. And I mean, mate, once you were here each and every week, you found yourselves in the right place. I think Albert Williams Grove was a podium for you. I think you had 2 seconds, you had 2 wins, and then bit of bad luck last week, and then of course you missed Cedar Lake. But I mean, overall, the 5 weeks you were here, mate, you really showed this number 2 machine had take this as a pun, it had the house of speed.
Yeah, I got House of Speed. We built some awesome setups, and we got some great sprint car setups too. We got a great setup for everything, big box cars to whatever. I mean, in Cardinals, going all pro race track on it. So we just got every House of Speed is motivated to build the best stuff in the sim, not just for money. Yeah, we like making money, but end of the day, we're here to help people. Anybody can message me and get my setup help. I don't race as much as I used to. But when I do race, I'm always competitive. So I do look forward to going out and run the Gobbler next week and try to get 3 in a row there and get back to some of the bigger level races at Royal Thunder. I want to get back kind of with some real fast guys like Evan and Blake. So then we can still run with them. We just gotta find out where they're racing.
Buddy, look, well done on the win here tonight, and no doubt you got a whole lot of other sponsors on this race car, people behind the scenes that make this possible for you.
Yeah, Scott Dobbs and Kevin, they put the series together, and they did a great job with it. They brought me on the team about close to a year ago, probably. So appreciate them for doing that for me. Put me on the team. It's awesome. It's a great group of guys. They're all dedicated. They all want to win. That's what it takes to have a successful team. All our sponsors, 3D Racing, all my sponsors, House of Speed Racing Setups. If you need setups, check us out. Congrats to Ryan on the championship and a phenomenal season. Congrats on the competitors.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Hauser, your winner here tonight. Second time he has been in victory lane this season. We'll chat to the driver that comes home in second place tonight. It is CJ Phillips. And, well, CJ, mate, congratulations on second place. And, boy, you were close, but no cigar. But I tell you what, not a bad drive from 7th up to 2nd.
Yeah, for sure. I'll take it tonight. Just qualified really bad tonight. And this season, I think this is my first podium this season. So fighting a bunch of bad luck this season.
Mate, what's been the key in finding this speed, especially towards the back half of this season?
Just getting some more time. Pretty busy during the week, so it's usually hard for me to get a lot of practice in. This weekend I got a little bit of extra practice, so that helped. And probably about 20 or 30 to go, I thought I had a car to win, but once I finally got up there to Dylan, I just didn't have nothing for him.
Mate, as you said, it's a little harder to get on, obviously, during the week. How much practice did you actually, get to put in here before coming into tonight's, championship finale?
Saturday I got probably about an hour in, and that's more than I've had the rest of the season, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, buddy, look, hey, well done on a second place here tonight at the Lernerville Speedway, mate. We see a lot of good sponsors on this race car. A lot of great people behind the scenes, no doubt, helping you out. Now's an opportunity to thank those people.
Yeah, man, I want to thank everybody at 3D Racing, House of Speed, JP Designs, Swartz Speed Shop, just all the guys that make this possible for us. Congrats to Dylan on the win tonight, and to Mud Duck and Ryan, on the season championship stuff.
There we go, CJ Phillips, ladies and gentlemen, driving the 3D Racing number 6 machine home in second place. Home in third place tonight in caliber 81. Well, he fell off the racetrack and had to come back through the field. It is Joey Lamb. Joey, congratulations on third place, man. I got to say, on track equals faster. You finally figured that out there in the back half of that feature event.
Yeah, definitely. On track's definitely faster. I definitely couldn't see it in 3 and 4 that lap 5. I just got fixated on that one point. I knew I was going over as soon as I set off into the turn. I was like, yeah, I'm screwed. But luckily, I was able to get the car fixed thanks to the quick repair and get back up there and figure out how to drive it and come back up to finish third. I finally had an interview with Brett. I'm so excited. Been trying for one of these all year.
Well, mate, you finally got it. Better late than never, I got to say. But, I mean, third place, what was it like trying to come back through the field? How much does driving off the racetrack get into your mind to try and not do it again, considering that you've done it quite early on?
It weighed on my mind there for, I don't know, probably the first 10 laps afterwards. And I didn't really know how bad my car was damaged, but my car felt terrible. So I was like, man, it must be my setup. But once I went in, like I said, got it fixed. I was like, all right, so this isn't too bad. It actually was the car, and I was able to feel the top a little bit more and just remember my throttle points and try not to think about it again.
Yeah, but look, well done on third place here tonight. No doubt you've got some people and some sponsors on this race car that need to be thanked.
Yeah, I got to thank 3D for putting this on. I got to thank UltimateDirtTV for the broadcast. Y'all giving the wonderful people at Facebook and all the other wonderful platforms that y'all stream on, a place for us to race. I got to thank my team, Mud Duck Racing. They put in a hell of a year this year. Pretty sure we wrapped up the team points tonight. I got to thank Majulisi Setups, Majulisi Speed Shop, Cruise Crap Corner, 127 Industries, Just Blaze Designs, MP Photography, and Beehive Media. Oh, and Jerky Dudes too.
All right, buddy. Well done on third place. Well done on the season as well, mate.
All right, thank you, man.
There we go, Joey Lamb home in third place. And we'll chat to your winner here this evening in the individual championship. And although he may have finished last tonight, he came home with a championship and he wrapped it up last week. Ryan, congratulations on the championship. Not the night you wanted here tonight. Two things. One, on track equals faster. Two, the wall don't move. Three, you can't park there. And four, you got yourself a championship and an extra $100 for that championship.
Oh yeah, we came to the night. We were just gonna mess around, try to test as best as we could at like it was just a normal night, and we did so. We made a few mistakes, did some door banging, but we came out with the championship, and that's all that matters.
Mate, you had the championship sort of wrapped up after last week's win. How much extra pressure did that take off you coming into tonight, knowing that you could go out here and just have fun and not worry about that championship?
Oh, well, I really just didn't even have to show up. I figured I'd show up and try to help out with the team points of Mud Duck. We've done really good this season. Every week I think we've won, but like this week and last week. But just overall, that team has come a lot in these few weeks that we've been working together.
Well, I can tell you there's been 2 feature winners throughout the course of this 6 weeks competition. Yourself, who's picked up 4 wins, and Dylan Hauser has picked up the other 2 wins. So, made a phenomenal feat. 4 wins, a third, and now a 16th place. So, although you probably had a car to podium, you had a pretty good race there with Eric there. And then, not sure what happened there between you and Eric, but he ended up upside down. You ended up back in the pit area. But, I mean, hey, to walk away after 6 weeks with, I think I counted with about $205 in the back pocket, plus if the team decided to give you any money, that's not a bad way to spend about a month and a half on iRacing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wish we could have won more, but we'll get anything we can get nowadays. Gas for my truck, but whatever a team gets, that's their money. I just came to help out as best as I could, and whatever I would make, I'd keep.
No, buddy, look, well done on the season championship here this season. Again, before we let you go for the final time, Ryan, we'll let you close this one out. Sponsors, shout outs, all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes this happen for you?
Everybody at Team VLR, CI Performance, Mecca Motorsports, Northside Graphics and Designs, Bighorn Taxidermy, Elite iRacing Wraps, everybody at Mecca, AJ, not Mecca, Mud Duck, AJ, Joey, and Ben, all them guys. They've really made me proud how much they've learned every 6 weeks, and I think they'll be really close up there running us with me, Evan, Blake, and all them in World of Thunder here soon.
Hey, just saying, did you see that Evan C just won the World Championship in the sprint cars?
Oh yeah, I know. He's like unbeatable. I call him the robot, and he says I'm retarded, but that man is impossible to beat. So that just proved it right there. Sprint car, and he's a late model guy. Him and Blake have been putting it on him.
I'm just going to say, these late model guys in the sprint cars are going to be really dominating the season. And you know what? It's such a nice such a nice change up, because it's about time these sprint car guys got their backsides kicked. And you know what? Nothing would make me more happy than see a late model guy beat a sprint car guy. And although I'm a sprint car guy, I just love to change things up. But man, aside from that, well done on the season championship. No doubt we'll be talking to you throughout the course of the next week or so.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Ryan Underwood, ladies and gentlemen, your season champion for the 3D Racing versus Mud Duck Racing House of Speed Super Late Models. And that will wrap up the 6 weeks of competition. In fact, just going through, trying to look at the points, not updated as of yet, but I can confirm that Ryan Underwood is your points winner. If I have a look at AJ Cruz, he finished in 7th position. So he will get 44 points, so that'll move him to 288. Ben Countermarsh got 9th. So that will put him at 274. Joey Lamb got 3rd. He's going to walk away with 56. So AJ Cruz got 2nd in the championship. And I am looking at, I think, either Joey Lamb or Ben Countermarsh for 3rd. And we're gonna do the math here. We're going to do the math on the fly. So Ben Countermarsh 234. Ben Countermarsh got 9th. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He got 42 points. So that'll put him to 276. Joey Lamb got third. Joey Lamb gets third by 4 points according to my calculations. So well done to Ryan Underwood, AJ Cruz, and Joey Lamb. Unofficially your top 3 in the season. Again, a big thank you to everybody who's tuned in throughout the course of the past 6 weeks. We're so glad to have you along for the ride, and we hope to bring you some more stuff later with some more super late models. Again, a big thank you, of course, House of Speed, Majula C Speed Shop, Cruise Craft Corner, Just Blaze Designs, and Seavers Racing Media. Of course, can't forget the guys with the 3D Racing and the Mud Duck Racing teams. Scott Dodds for all that he's done to make this possible, along with a number of other people behind the scenes. Of course, the race control admins throughout the course of the 7, Kevin Kaufman and Warren Samoy. We thank them for their time as well. But until next time, a big congratulations goes to Dylan Hauser, your winner here tonight in Championship Night. Congratulations goes to Ryan Underwood, who is your individual championship. Until next time, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.